talking about tonight?
Have you heard about Monique?
I just caught it. She mad about Chris Rock. Most stay mad.
She a mess.
She gonna mad herself right back to Baltimore. If you don't want to play the game, get out the business, because that is a game to be played.
I'm gonna try to find it so that I can play it so they can.
Oh, she done said something.
Oh, she done posted it on her Instagram.
Oh Lord, because you know when she goes in, she goes in.
She done posted it on her Instagram.
She goes, and when she goes in, she goes in. They looking for you. They looking for you.
They in here. Hey girl, hey. Hey girl, hey. Come on, have a seat. I got my friend Nanise here.
Hey, y'all.
This is my friend that was on the podcast called Passion, Faith, and Destiny. We talked about entrepreneurship. Yeah, Patrice, you on the front row seat. I got something I need y'all to hear. I'm about to pull it up. What's up, Key Mars, Veronia, Carolyn? Let me see. I need to get the Instagram. Shout out, they put it all in the shade room.
It done gone viral.
She done lost her mind.
I didn't know she said something like she had a little monologue about it.
But wait a minute. The thing that's so goddamn funny is the comments.
What people are saying.
Baby, y'all a fool.
Yeah.
Let me see the real Mo. Here it is. All right, so I'm gonna let y'all hear this, but I'm not ready yet.
Oh, your stripper on, huh?
Mm-hmm. And then I'll do them. Or I'll probably just pan sear them.
Mm-hmm.
And put them on top of the little batter salad. Mm-hmm. Hey, girl, hey, come on in. Get a seat. Hey, good day, thinkers, thought leaders, progressives, and dreamers. Craig the Writer Stewart, and this is the Facebook Live version of So Much to Say. These are my thoughts and my voice on black shit, white shit, gay shit, and everything in between. Listen, I don't know if y'all heard this nonsense about Monique, the comedian. Did y'all hear this? Where y'all at? All this hello and stuff. Come on now. Did y'all hear this? I'm going to play it.
No, what you gonna do is swallow this so they can.
I know. Okay, let me tell you what she's. Let me set it up first. I might need to stop that dishwasher, huh?
That's what can they hear?
Can y'all hear that dishwasher? Can y'all hear me all right? Or y'all need me to cut off the dishwasher? What y'all need me to do? Cut the dishwasher off, or y'all good? I'm gonna play the video that she put out for those of you that didn't hear it. But let me set it up first. So she obviously was trying to pitch a deal to Netflix. Y'all do too much. Okay, let's see if we can hear. Okay. Oh, I thought that was my water.
You want me to get you one?
No, I'm all right, thanks. Okay, so she was pitching a deal to Netflix, apparently. So they said, okay, well, listen, we're going to offer you $500,000. We're going to offer you $500,000 for this deal. And apparently, I'm assuming that it's a stand-up, it's a stand-up comedy special. So they said, okay, we're going to offer you $500,000. She says, this is what she said.
Hey, my loves. I am asking that you stand with me.
Oh wait, this might not be loud enough. Hold on. Let me get this volume up on here, so y'all can hear this nonsense from her.
Bias and color bias. I was offered a $500,000 deal last week.
All right, listen.
Hey, my loves. I am asking that you stand with me and Netflix for gender bias and color bias. I was offered a $500,000 deal last week to do a comedy special. However, Amy Schumer was offered $11 million, Chris Rock and Dave Chappelle $20 million. Then Amy Schumer went back and renegotiated $2 more million because she said I shouldn't get what the men are getting, they're legends, however I should get more, and Netflix agreed. When we asked Netflix to explain the difference, why the money was so different, they said, well, we believe that's what Monique will bring. We said, well, what about my resume? They said, we don't go off of resumes. Then we asked them, what was it about Amy Schumer? And they said, well, she sold out Madison Square Garden twice, and she had a big movie over the summer. Is that not Amy Schumer's resume? And then Netflix said, by the way, we believe Monique is a legend too. Why should I get what the legends are getting? Please stand with me in this boycott of Netflix. I love us for real. Hey, my love.
I love us for real.
She didn't get crazy though. You know, Monique can get crazy. She get.
Could y'all hear that?
Baltimore when you. What you think?
There's a few different teas up there, and there's some more teas over there.
Okay, what kind you want?
I don't think I want any tea.
Okay.
Could y'all hear that? Michelle, I'm with you. Could y'all hear that, or do I need to play it again? Okay with the damn hellos now. Come in here and we talking now. Do I need to play this again, or can y'all hear it? Y'all say hello for 20 minutes. Okay, I'm going to play it again. Now, need to stop that dishwasher, please. Oh, just pull the handle. Just grab, yeah. Okay. All right, look, I'm going to play this video again. Now, listen.
Hey, my loves. I am asking that you stand with me and boycott Netflix for gender bias and color bias. I was offered a $500,000 deal last week to do a comedy special. However, Amy Schumer was offered $11 million, Chris Rock and Dave Chappelle $20 million. Then Amy Schumer went back and renegotiated $2 more million because she said I shouldn't get what the men are getting, they're legends, however I should get more, and Netflix agreed. When we asked Netflix to explain the difference, why the money was so different, they said, well, we believe that's what Monique will bring. We said, well, what about my resume? They said, we don't go off of resumes. Then we asked them, what was it about Amy Schumer? And they said, well, she sold out Madison Square Garden twice, and she had a big movie over the summer. Is that not Amy Schumer's resume? And then Netflix said, by the way, we believe Monique is a legend too. Why shouldn't I get what the legends are getting? Please stand with me in this boycott of Netflix. I love us for real. Hey.
Where are you going with this? I can't wait to hear.
Look. I'm about to get her right together. Mm-hmm. Oh, are they all in the dishwasher? There's some on the bottom down there. Okay. I love us for real. First of all, that's to get y'all the bandwagon for her. That's first of all. But my thing is this. First of all, she started by saying, I want you guys to boycott Netflix for gender bias and racial bias. Girl. And then she goes on to say that Chris Rock and Dave Chappelle got a $20 million deal. Well, girl, if it's a racial bias, how did they get a $20 million deal? And if it's a gender bias, why did Amy Schumer get a deal? So, girl, what are you saying? Like, you ain't even making no sense. That's first and second. Third is, Monique, you ain't done nothing since Precious. Now, you did have that little Christmas movie the other year that Will Packer them did. What was that little Christmas movie where she was like the aunt and she was cussing and stuff? I don't even remember the name of it because, see, it wasn't even that impactful. It was funny, but, I mean, it wasn't. I mean, come on now. You ain't breaking the box. You ain't breaking the... See, white people, I get black people together, too.
Where did God make honey? I'm sorry.
Oh, I got raw sugar. I'm out of honey. Is the raw sugar right there in that box? But, so that's third. And then my thing is this. She thinks that because she has an Oscar, that she can come back. When did Precious come out? She thinks that because she has an Oscar, that she can come back 10 years later Let me look and see when Precious came out, because I want to speak in facts. Precious movie. When did that come out? Girl, that shit came out in 2009. That was 9 years ago. That was almost 10 years ago. So you really trying to, you think you're going to get a 7-figure deal? Here's what she should have done. This is what she should have done. Went to Netflix. They said to her, okay, well, we're going to give you $500,000. Just like Amy Schumer went back and said, I think I need more than...
Do it and then come back.
You should have either went back and said to them, hey, I think I'm worth more than $500,000. What about $750,000? But see, she thinks she's supposed to be in the millions. She thinks she's supposed to be in the millions. But girl, you haven't done anything since Precious in that little Christmas movie that I just talked about, which you just had a little side role. You weren't even a star in that. You were like a co-star. What she should have done was taken that $500,000 or gone back to them and say, hey, what about $750,000? Blew that shit out the water. Then came back and negotiated another deal for another special. Or what she should have done was taken her ass on a tour. She should have taken her ass on a comedy tour.
I think she's been on tour.
Well, and then she should have sold them out.
Yeah.
And then she should have come back and said, okay, look, this is what we just did this year or last year. Don't be coming to talk about, here's my resume. Girl, ain't nobody checking for Precious. That was 2000. Girl, and the Parkers was what? In the early 2000s or in the late 90s? Girl, you talking about shit you did all them years ago? So here's the thing.
But hold on, Craig. In her defense, Dave has only been back a couple years now.
But Dave still has a presence.
Yeah.
Dave still has an audience that he can command.
He does.
She's not there. Like, she ain't even got 200, she just got the 200,000 followers on Instagram.
Really?
Not to say that that's the end all be all.
Right.
But what I'm saying is that just kind of shows you your popularity. And like, all of the people that you asking to boycott, like your followers, and this is no shade, but plenty of shade. Girl, your followers that you asking to boycott probably don't even pay for Netflix. They probably using somebody else's account. Is anybody interested in the truth? Is anybody interested in it? Look, arm over the chair, Trina. Is anybody interested in the truth? Girl, because her followers probably ain't even paying for a Netflix account. Or they probably like me and got a Fire Stick. So that's free. So girl, who is your audience who is your buying public? And you going in the Netflix office carrying on like that, and then you're going to come on social media. And here's my thing. If you didn't agree that if you felt like you should have been, that you were worth more than $500,000, there's a way to do that. I'm not saying that you shouldn't push back and say, hey, I need a little more money. I'm not saying that at all. I'm not saying that you should. Girl, listen, Blackbird was a Patrick Ian Polk film, and there's only a crop of gay boys that know about Blackbird. What's Blackbird? She don't even know what Blackbird is.
I know about the gay movies.
How many straight black people or white people in here know about Blackbird? That's my point. Girl, you ain't done no groundbreaking work since Precious.
She was in Blackbird.
She was in Blackbird.
Okay.
Blackbird was a Patrick Ian Polk film. Patrick Ian Polk did Noah's Ark. Some of you guys may know Noah's Ark, which was on Logo. Mm-hmm. Well, she didn't have a cameo. She had a small role in this. And she was this little boy's mother who realized he was gay. The little boy was from like Mississippi. Mm-hmm. And it was based on a book. I can't remember what the book was, but it was based on based on a book. And she was the little boy's mama. And she was really religious. Mm-hmm. She spat in his face when he told her he was gay and all this other. So it was that kind of a movie. But girl, that shit was so under the radar. It wasn't enough for you to be going to the Netflix office carrying on like that. Mm-hmm. And to be coming on social media talking about, see, there's a way that you do things. And it was not to come on social media and try to get y'all to boycott. See, the boycott is not for everything. So we try to boycott everything. When you boycott, that's a power move. And you only pull that out certain times when you really mean it. You got to really mean it. You understand what I'm saying? Like, you don't boycott because somebody gave you bad service or because you didn't get the deal that you thought you were supposed to get. Because my thing is,
Well, maybe you want to individually boycott, but you don't call for a mass.
You don't call for a mass boycott. That's what I mean. And so it's like, and for you to sit on here on social media and tell us to boycott because there are gender biases and racial biases, girl, they just inked a huge deal with Shonda Rhimes. What are you talking about? A black woman. So that completely circumnavigates and just completely usurps everything. You circumnavigate and usurp. They're your words. Like, it's like, you can't even, that completely debunks what you just said. Shonda Rhimes just got a multi-million-dollar deal. But she's current. She's present. Right now, she has Scandal. She got How to Get Away with Murder. She got Grey's Anatomy, and the list goes on. That would be like if 10 years from now, because again, Precious came out 9 years ago. That would be like 10 years from now, Shonda Rhimes come back talking about, hey, Netflix, what's up, bitch? I need a multi-million-dollar. Girl, you ain't done nothing since Scandal.
Monique knows more than anybody that you're only good as your last thing.
You're only good as your last thing you put out.
And how recent the last thing was, which is why Netflix hinted to Amy Schumer recently doing Madison Square Garden.
And listen,
and these other.
And I'm not an Amy Schumer fan. I'm not an Amy Schumer. I don't dislike her. But I'm not like a fan, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm an Ellen fan. Like, I like Ellen. But Monique, how dare you compare yourself to Amy Schumer? Now, girl, she's selling out Madison Square Gardens. Girl, you ain't twice. You ain't been to Madison Square. Girl, Monique, have you been to Madison Square Gardens for a show? No, not attending a show, but actually doing
and it don't sound like that's
show.
About gender. That's about this.
That's about this. They need to be able to recoup their money. Now, if she had gone to Netflix while she was on the Parkers, or while she had that BET talk show where she talked too loud every night, yelling and shit, if she had gone to them during that time, or if she had gone to them right as Precious came out, then you could go in there talking about a seven-figure deal. But girl, we ain't seeing nothing from you but these little indie films. And you think that you saw, girl, you think you supposed to get a seven-figure deal? Girl, if you don't go sit down, I'm going to tell you the problem. See, here's the problem. And I said this earlier. I just came from the gym. I was saying this to my workout partner, and I was saying this to Rashard. Black women. See, part of the problem is y'all spend too much time trying to elevate these husbands and these men that you dating. Mary J. Blige. Melba Moore lost all her money to a man. I went back to Melba Moore, bitch. I remember when she was on prime time signing up for food stamps. Melba Moore was worth $15 million at one point, but her husband took her money because she was so busy trying to ingratiate him. But my point is, Monique's husband is behind this bullshit. Now, Angie Stone did it. Angie Stone did that shit too. Angie Stone was dating this man. Let me get comfortable. Angie Stone was who she was, right? Angie Stone was who she was. Angie Stone had done My Sunshine Has Come. She had done all of that. She coming through the airport down here in Atlanta, and I'm only going to tell you what I know to be true. I ain't going to put my mouth on the people if I don't know it to be true. Now, I know somebody who's really good friends with Angie Stone, and I've been around Angie a few times, you know, da-da-da. And in fact, Angie and I almost did some business. When I was working with Chet, the people who, they shot my trailer for the play. They shoot all of the Bronner Brothers shows. Chet and them shot all of Tyler Perry stage plays years ago when he did all them. He shot the King and Queens of Comedy. So myself and this guy, Chet, he has a production company. We had approached Angie about doing this reality show with her. So we sat down. Long story short, so I had to deal with the man she was dating at the time. She coming through the airport one day. She's a star. He like a gate agent. And now I'm not saying there's anything wrong with being a gate agent. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with a woman who makes a lot of money who dates a blue-collar man. I'm not saying that at all. But catch what I'm about to tell you. So she starts dating him. Okay, that's fine. Go ahead and do you. Then she makes this Negro her manager. What?
He don't have no nary experience.
Why is he your manager? What? He works for the airline. He ain't in entertainment. Why would you hire? But again, because you so trying to make this man feel whole and trying to make him feel like you're equal, and you trying to play into his insecurity. Fuck that. Listen, nigga.
Go do what you do.
Go do what you do, and I'm going to go do this. And we're going to come back together. Because, see, I need you for love. I don't need you as my manager.
Because that can get messy.
And see, that's why I did that podcast that time about dating down. So many black women, women period, but I'm particularly talking about black women right now because Mary J. Blige did that shit. I just said Melba Moore. Here go Angie Stone dating this guy, and then made him her manager. Now your business is just crazy. He don't even know how to do business. And I'm telling you what I know because I used to have to talk to this Negro. He can't talk. He's splitting verbs, subject-verb agreement off. And you talking, this is who you met. This is the first face of your business? How is he going to broker a deal for you and he's only worked at the airport? And so my point is, I'm not saying you can't go to him for love, but what does he have to do with your business? Why is he in your business? And that's why, again, when I did the Cammy Cakes podcast. Remember the Cammy Cakes? That was the first podcast that I did in the new year. It was the first Monday. That woman, she's a multi-million-dollar woman, black woman. She said to me, you need to listen to that podcast. Okay. She said to me, she said, Craig, listen. Because I said to her, I said, so many times women will be the breadwinner in a relationship and they feel like they have to bring in, somebody said, I'm in Walmart hollering. Holla, baby, holla. But my thing is, so many women feel like they have to kind of anoint their man to make him, so his ego doesn't feel whatever. And I said to her, I said, how did you keep from doing that?
Because she's married.
She's married. And they were together before.
Candy Cakes.
Listen, she was working as a night auditor at a hotel.
Okay.
And
so way before Cammy Cakes.
Way before Cammy Cakes. He was working 2 jobs, and there was a point where he was kind of sustaining them. Okay. And the way that they were able to get the seed money to start that business.
From his job.
It was from his job. His job was doing the day-to-day, maintaining their household, their day-to-day. The seed money came from, they pulled the money from their house. Okay. The equity. Yep. So it was about $45,000, $50,000. They took $25,000, paid off all of their debt and everything.
That's different, though.
That is different.
They started together.
They did start together, but even still, it was her brainchild. It was her brain seed, so she didn't feel obliged to be like, okay, well, this is our business because this was her passion. Now, I personally believe, if they divorce tomorrow, he should get half. Absolutely. He should get half. Absolutely. But in terms of the business front, she said we had to have a heart to heart and had to have a tough conversation about it. She's saying he's okay with me being in the front. She said, but he had to, he had to get his own ego in check, and not to say that he was popping off, but she was like, he's an employee.
How you doing?
Period. You see that? Period. And so my point is, oftentimes, and so I really believe, going back to Monique, I really do believe that he is probably the grenade that's detonated her career. Because if you go back, because he's always sitting there with her when she's popping up, even when she was going on about this whole Tyler Perry thing and Oprah Winfrey. My thing is, if you feel that about them, there's just a space that you have that conversation, and it's not on social media. And I just really believe that, because now you have burned any bridge with Netflix.
Yeah, you'll never go back there.
You'll never.
Because you said boycott them. You said take their business down. Like, they can't do business with
Girl,
them.
first of all, you ain't even got that kind of power. She act like she Oprah out here. She act like she Oprah out here in these streets. Girl, you ain't even got 200,000 followers on Instagram. And not to say that matters, but what I'm saying is you don't have that kind of power. And so my point is, I'm sure Netflix will probably rescind that $500,000 deal. Because, see, people were all in there. And
what were they saying? Yeah, you were saying about the comments.
Girl, let me get to these comments. Girl, I got to share these comments with you because they were lighting her ass up. And so, but my point is, before I go to the comments, the other part of that is, not only is Netflix not gonna fuck with you, Amazon Prime ain't gonna fuck with you. There's a whole bunch of other companies out there. True TV, they the ones that shop or shoot the Housewives series is True TV. Like, there's a lot of places that ain't gonna fuck with you. We TV ain't gonna fool with you. A&E ain't gonna fool. Like, who gonna want to touch with you? Because that's muddy water. Yeah, that's muddy water. And it's like, you talking about boycott them? My thing is, if you didn't agree with it, that's a conversation that you have in private
There was a way to
circles.
do it. You just
Right.
said there was a way
You
to
don't come out on social media talking like that. But girl, let me tell you about these comments. Girl, when I tell y'all were lighting her up. Somebody said, wait a minute, sis. Somebody's like, sis, that's going to be a no for me, dog. They said, because I'm sitting here waiting for the second season of She's Gotta Have It, so I ain't going to be able to do it. That was one of the comments. When I say I hollered reading that, and then somebody else was like, cable is $129 a month. Netflix is $11. Bitch, I ain't gonna be able to work with you. I ain't gonna be able to roll with you with that. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then a lot of other people were saying, listen, you haven't even done shit. We don't even remember if you're funny or not. Like, where have you been? Like, we haven't even seen anything from you in years. And you sitting here talking about Amy Schumer and Chris.
Take the $500,000 and work your way back up.
She should have taken the $500,000 and worked her way back up. And my thing is, where have you been? You haven't even done anything since that BET TV show, that talk show. And how many years ago was that?
But what keeps happening is she puts her mouth on herself and then she don't do no work.
And then
it's these cycles that keep happening.
Right, and she ain't made that much money. So, like, how much is she sitting on? Because I don't even think she's worth no millions. Because she only got, not only, but relatively speaking, she only got $50,000 for Precious. Because that was before the Oscar. Mm-hmm. And then after the Oscar, she ain't do no movies. Nothing substantial. And then here's the thing, going on back to that whole thing. At the time, I was like, okay, I'm kind of rocking with you. Like, okay. Because I always kind of feel like Lee Daniels might be a little, this a word in the gay community. I think Lee Daniels might be a little snow queen. You know, back in the day, we used to call them like Oreo cookies. Black on the outside, but white on the inside. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I kind of felt like maybe he was a little snow queen, and I was like, okay, man, he might be a little Uncle Tom, and maybe he wasn't really checking for her the way he could have. But then I saw interviews of her, this is back when the whole Precious thing happened, where she was like, well, I went around and did the domestic tour for the promotions of the movie. Because, you know, when you do a film, like, you need to go out to promote it. You got to go to do radio. You got to go do talk shows and do all that kind of stuff. Well, when it was time to go for the foreign film festivals, like over to Cannes and all these other places over in Europe, she wasn't going. She talking about, well, I didn't get paid to do that. They didn't pay me to do that. So and then I had my family, so was I supposed to take all my family and pay for all them? No, bitch, you supposed to leave them home. I got to go to work. I'll be back. That's what you do. You don't take on the work when you work at Bell Atlantic, when you work at Bell South, or you work down at the power company. Do you take your entire family down there with you to sit at your cubicle? I'd have been like, oh, okay, yo, I'll be back. Or maybe y'all fly out for a couple of days and then go, like seriously? Some of what they didn't pay. Girl, you didn't know that? So that's when it started with her. But then the other thing that I saw, and I saw this myself, you know how when they win the Oscar and they go backstage and they talking to the press and stuff like that? Well, you can't see the press. You can only see the people, right? The person. And so she was talking, and she said, no, not you. I'm speaking to the sister right there. She said, because before this Oscar thing, black media was the only media that would give me an interview, so I'm going to my sister first, and then I'll come back to you. Girl, now there's a way that you say that. Now, that was nasty. Now, if you don't believe me, go on YouTube. If you don't, I saw this on myself. There's a way that you say that. Now, y'all know I'm unapologetically black, but even I wouldn't have said that. She didn't have to say that. Like,
she want to be in the game, but
she want to be in the game, but don't want to play the game. It's like, girl, like, there's a way that you do that and say stuff. And like, girl, how you going to say... Girl, that's what you're going to do? And you can feel like this thing over the room like, oh, did she just say that? You know what I'm saying? But my thing is, it's like, Monique, you haven't been on a sitcom. If you've been on a comedy tour, I ain't heard nothing about it. God knows I ain't seen it on Groupon. And I'm always on Groupon. I mean... But I'm just like, we got to really be careful about calling everything for a boycott. Like, that was no boycott. Not for all of us. Mm-hmm. Now, maybe you might want to take a stand.
And some of the people that were commenting probably like, girl, $500,000. Do you know what I can do with $5,000?
Well, that's what they were saying.
Now?
That's what they were saying. They were like, girl, really? They were like, no, we ain't with you on this one, sis. Girl, they didn't put it all on the Shade Room. It was all over the blogs. Rashard sent it to me on Instagram. He inboxed it to me, and I looked at that. I busted. I said, is she serious? She can't be serious. Like, what have you been doing? And I really just think that husband has gotten to her. Like, between that husband and that ego, after she won that Oscar, because my thing is, what's the point of winning an Oscar if you ain't working after it?
Yeah. A statue.
She thought that Oscar was going to set her up. And it could have. And it should have. But that ego will help you, but it can also hurt you.
Didn't we talk about that?
We talked about that on our podcast. That ego is dangerous. That ego is dangerous. That would be almost like, let me give you a good example. Let me think of somebody good. It would almost be like, I'm trying to think of something really good. And then somebody in the comments said, well, did BET offer you $500,000 for a comedy special? Bitch, you should have took that $500,000 from Netflix. Instead of coming out here talking about we should boycott. Did BET offer you that? But it would almost be like, I'm trying to think of someone who was really big in music back in the day.
Black, white, or doesn't matter?
Doesn't matter. Somebody who was huge. That ain't even doing music now. Somebody that's not doing music now.
Alive, dead, it don't matter.
Alive.
It's not doing music now.
Somebody that was huge back in the day, but they're not doing music now. Okay, here we go. What if
You stupid.
I was gonna say Stacey Lattisaw.
Craig, when did you come along?
She wasn't really huge though. No, not really Diana Ross, because Diana Ross,
she's still relevant,
and she can still command money.
Yeah, she can.
Diana Ross can still command money. Anita Baker, kinda, yeah. But I'm trying to think of somebody that's more universal though. Somebody that black people listen to and white people listen to.
See, anybody like that is still getting money. Like I was thinking Lionel Richie, but Lionel Richie playing Las Vegas right now. So like,
exactly,
people like that, they're still getting money.
Exactly. So I'm trying. So in other words, it would almost be like if, let's just say, Left Eye was still alive, and TLC, all of them were still living. That would be like them coming up talking about, okay, well, we're gonna need a $15 million deal, girl.
TLC would even get a lot of money.
But
maybe not $15 million, but I think TLC.
Right. But my thing is, if you haven't done anything. And TLC may not be a good example because they were the biggest girl group in the world. So they probably would still get a nice little check if they were all still living. But, I mean, you get my point. It's like, how do you think that you done took a 10-year respite and you get to go? I said to my friend, I said, you know what? She needs to go on Y'all and Fix My Life and get her mind right. But she can't even do that because that's on Oprah's network. And you don't fuck with Oprah. What she might need to do is take her ass over there to Dances with the Stars.
She hasn't done that.
Has she done Dancing with the Stars, Monique? I don't know. If she hasn't, she need to go over there and try to, make a little comeback. Well, she should have been working. Like, you should go over there to The Real.
You gotta get hired, though.
You gotta get hired. Like, she should be over there trying to do, like, guest appearances on The View, like co-host. You should be trying to get guest appearances on The Real. You know what I'm saying? Like, you just need to be visible still. And then be out there doing your little comedy tour. You know what I'm saying? Try to get on a little sitcom. I mean, and then you come and hit Netflix in the pocket.
Let me say this, though. This is the life coach in me got to talk about this. We get in trouble often because we allow our emotions to lead.
We don't know how to separate our emotions from business.
Allow your business to run your business with your business mind.
Mm-hmm.
Sit in bed after hours and talk your emotions with your husband.
Exactly.
Come up with a business plan. Go back, put your game face on, and deal with your business.
But my thing is, I don't understand. Because I think her husband is her manager, too. Let me tell y'all something. Y'all need to stop making these men your managers. I mean, if he wasn't your manager in the beginning, listen, you can consult me. I might I-9 you. I'll send you an I-9 for your fee. How much is it for you to consult me, baby? I'll I-9 you, but you can't be my full-time manager. We just ain't gonna be able to do it.
Right.
Now, the difference is, like with Tamar Braxton, for example, that her husband was already a manager.
And already the manager.
He was already the manager doing business. So, I mean, I can see that. The only issue that I would say with that is, I don't know if I would want to work with my husband and my manager. That's so close every day. But my thing is, that was his business, so he knew what he was doing. But why are you gonna bring somebody? How are you gonna bring a bellhop in, or somebody to work at the airport, or like Fantasia didn't do this. She didn't make the boy her manager, but just like that boy that she was all strung out over a couple years ago, he worked at the T-Mobile. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that, but girl, first of all, he was married and he was at the T-Mobile. Girl, really? Oh, Monique. Girl, I was just like, is she out here again carrying on? I don't understand it. I really don't. Like, a mess. What they over here talking about? Oh, wait a minute. Wait. Where all of the people said they were ordering books today? It's Friday. Where's Sherry at? Scherri. She spells it like that. Doris. Where's Shakika? Shakika, where all the people said they were ordering books today? Today is Friday. And then there were some people that said they were ordering books on Wednesday, which was 2 days ago. I did just come from shipping things today. Like Mary J. Blige's sister was managing her. Mm-hmm. And then she snatched her off the helm and put Kendall on there.
And she had been managing her for years.
She had been managing her since forever.
Years. Oh, I know that was a salty.
Oh, I know. But you also, I think their relationship changed after that, too.
I'm sure it did.
Because you didn't really see them together.
And that's her sister's money in her household. If she been doing
that's
this
what I'm saying.
all these years.
So what did she have? What did Mary's sister have to do? Go and get a job? Oof. Who is Gwen? Gwen says she's waiting on her books. Wait, Gwen who? But yeah, so like, and I could see Mary maybe changing managers because there was probably only so much her sister could do. Sure. You know what I'm saying? And I personally feel like Mary,
or even having a co-manager. You say, look, my sister been here with me from day one.
But I'm gonna bring somebody in to help. Right. But I definitely would see the value in her bringing somebody else in because her sister may not have the vision. Sure. You understand what I'm saying? I do. Like, because Mary, to me, it's time for her to be making global music. Mm-hmm. She's a global star, but she ain't making global music.
Now that album, Mary,
that was global. That was touching it.
And that was one of my favorite Mary albums.
The one with Fade Away. Yes, and even like when you think about songs with yes, I remember Tiffany. I got it. I'm waiting for the shipment to come. But like that song called One that she did with U2, I love that song. That is one of my favorite songs by Mary. She did Come to Me Peace. That was love, that was then, that was us, miracle. I love that song. Like, to me, and even that song Stronger that she did with Chris Brown for the LeBron James documentary. But remember, that was around the time that Chris Brown and Rihanna got into that fight. So they didn't really promote it like that. But he was singing on the background and she was singing. Oh, wow. When I say that was one of my favorite songs. But again, it's time for Mary to go globally, musically. Because, girl, we already know that you can sing to a hip-hop beat. Okay, what else you got? Do something else. And I think that your fans, your true fans, they're going to follow you. They're going to go with you. And I just think that her instrumentation needs to change. Because that last album she put out.
The one where her and Kendi was breaking up?
Yeah, what was this album called?
I don't know.
What was this last album called? I don't feel like looking it up. What's the name? What was this last album, y'all? Where's Shakika? I need that list of the people that were supposed to be ordering books today. What was the name of that last Mary album? I cannot think of that last album. It was called, I'm sitting here right at the laptop, just don't want to type it in. Let me look. Y'all supposed to be on it. Oh, Doris, here's the Cash App info right here. There you go. Why won't this let me pin? Somebody said it was called Not Worth the Money. That's what it was called. I just put the Cash App information down there, Doris. Marriage. What was the name of that last album? It was called, let me see. Where is it?
Strength of a Woman?
Strength of a Woman. That was it. It was called Strength. Hey, LaRue. What's up, LaRue? It was called Strength of a Woman. But, I mean, she, again, another one, made her husband her manager because she felt like...
And now he asking for 120 stacks a month.
He's socking it straight to her. Poor thing, just can't even get a break. And then I saw her...
Did he get it? He didn't get the 120, but he did get it.
He getting $30,000 a month. Wow. That's a lot of money. Let a bitch send me $30,000 a month. Do you know what I would do with $30,000 a month? That's $360,000 a year.
Yeah, that's a nice...
Listen, I wouldn't even spend $10,000 a month.
Right.
I wouldn't even spend $10,000 a month. She just celebrated her birthday the other week, and they gave her a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. Do you know she stood on that dais and said that she was homeless like last year?
What do you mean?
What I just said.
How was she homeless?
She said she didn't go into the story. She said she was homeless and she was living in Jimmy Iovine's beach house in Malibu.
Last year?
As in 2017. She just was on the Hollywood Walk of Fame like a week or so ago. Her birthday is January. When's her birthday?
How?
When is her birthday? She was born January 11th. So just last week. She said last year I was in a... You think I'm lying? Let me pull this up. Yes.
But how's she homeless? And she got because she paying him $30,000.
Because she paying him $30,000 a month, and then probably their money was locked up or frozen or something. Mary J. Star on Hollywood. She sure did stand out there and say this time, like she got to crying and carrying on. Here she go right here crying, all bent over and shit with the tissue.
Tens of millions of people have...
Hold on, I'm going to let y'all hear this after this commercial. Did y'all get the Cash App information?
Get up to
Why won't it let me?
$450 off our best phones.
Remind me to ask you.
But Doris, inbox me which books you want. And inbox me your address. Listen.
It was a big day for Mary J. Blige. Not only did the 9-time Grammy Award winner celebrate her 47th birthday.
Happy birthday to you.
But she was honored
Listen.
with a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame.
I'm so grateful for this star right now because I've earned it probably 3 times, but I'm so grateful that I have it.
It was an emotional ceremony for the Golden Globe nominated actress, who was more than candid about her personal woes while accepting the honor.
There's been times that I in my career that I didn't even want to step out my house because I was hurt so bad.
The singer, who is currently going through a nasty split from now ex-husband Kendu Isaacs, also unveiled that just 1 year ago, it was Jimmy Iovine Queen, who provided a roof over her head.
And all hell was turning loose in 2016, and I had to
2016.
file and all of that stuff. I was homeless last year. Jimmy Iovine took me into his Malibu home, him and his beautiful wife Liberty, and I will never forget that.
Also being a wrong for Mary.
Wow. You never know what people are going through. You never know.
But here's my thing, and this is not judgment. This is just me being, bitch, if I got a place to live, how you don't have nowhere to go? You understand what I'm saying? Like, when you really think about it like that, it's like, bitch, I'm right here trying to sell 3 books. And a few greeting cards from time to time. If I can put
A roof over my
a roof over my head, how the fuck do you have nowhere? Bitch, you couldn't find a $900 a month apartment?
Yeah, that's why I'm like, how?
And you got $30,000 purses? Bitch, I'd have been on eBay that day. That's what I'm saying. It's like sometimes these people get money and they lose their goddamn money. They don't even know what to do. How you sitting there with all this designer shit? Bitch, I'd have had an eBay store on Amazon or wherever.
Selling my own clothes.
Selling my own shit. Bitch, I'd have been on Facebook Live. What's up, y'all? This is Mary J. Blige. I'm selling my Gucci purses and things like that. We're going to do a live auction right here
She'd have
on
had money for a whole
Facebook.
house.
Send me your Cash App. Bitch, I wouldn't have been homeless. I wouldn't have been going to no Jimmy Iovine talking about, no, this is what you do when you bend your shoulders over when you're feeling a little meek and embarrassed. Do you think I could stay with you for a little while?
Yeah, I wonder how that happened. I wonder what the story is behind that story.
Like, it's just like, I mean, and I'm sure he probably stayed in her, because I mean, I saw an interview where she said she moved out. She left the house. But my thing is, again, you ain't have $900 to go get your little apartment. I mean, I can't fathom that. I just can't fathom that. Like, you understand what I'm saying? It's just like, what did you do with your, like, you didn't have $1,500. You understand what I'm saying? It's like, okay, I'm around here scraping up money to buy plane tickets to go to LA. The signing in LA is February 10th and 13th. I need to put the address for the one that's on the 10th on my website. But the one for the 13th is up there. If I can scrape together a few dollars, girl, you can't hustle up rent. Now, it ain't got to be no palace, but you just needed a little place to lay your head. I mean, for all that, I'd have went on to my mama's house and laid down. Where's Cora Blige?
Bought her a house.
Where's Cora Blige? If nothing else,
Why
why?
in the house did you bought her?
Right. Or why you couldn't go live with LaTanya? Or did you burn that bridge because you took off the management position? I mean, and then you friends with Puffy. Why you couldn't go stay? He couldn't. But you out here stomping out here in $1,500 boots and shoes. And sometimes more than that. Because that's on the low end. I was just trying to be conservative.
Yeah.
Shit. Because I know there was a time that I went into the store and spent $400 on some shoes. That's when times were really good. But you know, it's just like, what? I don't understand. I mean, I'm at a loss. Like, so I'm just saying, I just feel like, and this is not just for women, but people, period. When you're in a relationship and you have a business, you need to protect your business. That has nothing to do with your love. That has nothing to do with how you participate in your relationship. Listen, let me tell you something. Whoever come through these doors, boo. This ain't got nothing to do with you. Now, you can offer your advice, but you won't ever get no percentage of none of this. Because I done worked on this. Now, anything we do from here on,
Yeah, sure.
perhaps. But wait a minute, what you're not going to do is be trying to get dibs on any of this. Y'all be signing over y'all stuff. Trying to prove that you love. Trying to prove to them that you committed, that you all in. Fuck that.
That's funny. Me and my husband never had that issue.
Right.
We never had that issue.
Right, and you shouldn't.
And the stuff we do together, we do together.
Exactly.
Like real estate stuff we did after.
Right. Like if you own real estate, if you own real estate and you get into a relationship with a man or a woman, you ain't got to go put her or his name all on all of the property. Fuck that. You did that before he or she came into your life. Oh, well, this is ours now. No, bitch, this over here is mine. Now, what you wanted to do together?
But if you choose to, know what comes with it.
Know what comes with that.
And be okay with that.
Be clear.
Be
if you
clear.
put a bitch's name
right.
on that
Be
deed.
clear. That's right.
Yeah.
Be clear.
That's like Candy, who's married to Todd. Do you think she didn't put his ass on
everything? No, but they have businesses they do.
They have businesses that they do together now. But I bet you she didn't go back and say, okay, but let me go ahead and put you on all this other stuff that I got going on. I'm sure he ain't on that on them sex toys. I bet he ain't got no shares or interest in that. Like, that's smart business. That's smart business. Like, you don't just go. I don't understand that. I was about to say something about my sister. but I'm gonna leave it alone. All I'm gonna say is sometimes dick will make y'all lose your mind. That's for the men and women in there listening. Cause ain't no way in the world. Listen here. On that note, I'm almost at 10 o'clock. We're almost at an hour. Yeah, Candy did make him sign a prenup, but what I'm saying is she also didn't go back and add his name to shit that she already owned. Like, who would do that? Like, that's crazy. And that's essentially what you do when you make somebody your manager. Like, when Mary J. Blige made this man her manager, she basically gave him access to everything. Because before you get any money, it has to come through him. Not to say that they have to pay him, but he knows every dollar that comes through. He has to approve it. I don't need you in my affairs like that. I want you here for love. I don't want you here to manage my money in my business. I have accountants and people.
If the money get messed up, we might fall out of love.
Right. Some of y'all do too much. Some of y'all, somebody died and left y'all a little money, left you a little house or something, and here you go adding some man to the deed. Here you go adding him to the business account, to the. That would be like me adding somebody to my. We're gonna have to get some separate shit. We are. Who ordering these books tonight? I ain't seen nothing come through this Cash App. All them people. Where is Shakika? Is Shakika in here?
I don't know, but I hope Shakika shows.
I know, because Trina wasn't here the other day when we were writing this list. It was like 5 or 6 people that were like, oh yeah, I'm getting the books on Friday. I put the Cash App ID in here. Everything is in here. I'm going to post it again. I don't know why it won't let me pin. This is crazy. It won't let me pin, but it's in the caption as well, up top. I'm going to try to pin it from my computer now and see if it'll let me do it from this way. But that's crazy. That is absolutely crazy. Share this video, please. And thank you guys for sharing the post that I put up last night. Last night I posted... Last night I posted the information about the charities. I did that, so thank you all who shared that. Thank you all who shared it. I need you guys to share that post as well, because we want to try to collect as much as we can. Remember, just get what you can. Don't try to go out and exhaust yourself, because this is only the first charity that we're supporting. We're trying to support 3 additional charities. So don't go out and spend all your money buying up stuff for this first one. And then when it's time to do the next one, you're unable. I want to be able to divide it, you know, between all of them, or among all of them, not between. So keep that in mind. I'm going to keep posting that one about the charity so that it'll just kind of stay up on there. So I'll keep posting it. And so that you all can see the information as well. And what I may try to do is try to get the person that's over this this first charity that we're doing, Toiletries for Families. I'm going to try to get her to come on Facebook Live with me so that you guys can meet her and she can talk about the organization and what they do. Because from my understanding, they're based in Houston, but they don't just support Houston, is what she said to me yesterday. But so that's the first organization. And then we're going to move to the next one, which will be the one that's in Baltimore. So don't go give away all your little money. And then when the next one come around, y'all like, oh, bitch, I already donated. I already donated to the first one. And then we get to the third one, we ain't got nothing to send them. So just do a few things. Tiffany Smith Bell and Teresa Garland both sent me the list of the things that they're going to send. I'll start consolidating those lists, and then I'll post them so you all can see what they've gotten, so then maybe you can choose other things to get. And what I was thinking last night is perhaps we should try to have a deadline of February 21st for us all to ship out our stuff so that by the 28th of February, they have everything. So that's that. If you have any questions, speak now or forever hold your peace, or inbox it to me. And don't be worrying me about a whole bunch of other stuff. Some of y'all just be sending all these emails. They be sending me all these emails. I'm trying to read through the emails, trying to get to the ones about the charities and stuff. I'm trying to sift through the ones they're sending me their addresses because I shipped out your So Much to Say podcast shirts, or I shipped out your books. I'm trying to sift through that. Some of y'all like, ooh, go on my page, look at this. Look, girl, I ain't got time to do all that. I don't have time to do all that. Some of them sending me chain letters, then the other ones, they poking. Girl, I'm in here doing business. I'm in here trying to do business. So I'll keep reinforcing it. So yeah, so I'm thinking the 21st should be the shipping date. And so that by the 28th, they'll have everything. And remember, it's all in this post that I did last night. But remember, you're going to send it care of So Much to Say podcast pen pals. Okay? Yes, good idea, Amy. Please, if it's about the charity, put that in the subject so I'll know, so I can get to this stuff immediately. Because it's hard when y'all be overwhelming me with this other stuff. But anyway, all right, it's 10 o'clock. I was on here right at 9 o'clock, sharp. The address for the signing that I'm doing in LA, it's on my website. It's www.craigthewriterstewart.com. That website is up here in the caption, and I've pinned it down here. So whenever you want to know where I'm going to be, you can always look on my website, craigthewriterstewart.com, and just click on the tab that says where he'll be, and it has the address. When I get off of here with you, I'm going to put the address for the one for the 10th of February in LA. The one for the 13th is already there, but I'm going to go ahead and add the one for the 10th. So you'll have two to choose from. So I don't want no shit, LA. Now y'all done worried me to death about coming to LA. I need that room to be packed. I need it to be so packed.
Yeah, and y'all better show up because he's missing my baby shower as a result of
oh my
being
God,
in
that
LA.
is on your.
Yes, it
I
is.
forgot.
So y'all better show up and buy them damn.
Because it's the what's the? I thought it was the 16th.
February 10th.
Oh yeah, that's the date of the signing. And the reason that I didn't even choose that date, February 10th. I don't want to say an event, but it is an event. It's for like National HIV/AIDS Awareness, which is February 7th. Mm-hmm. Well, they're doing this organization, AIDS Project Los Angeles, APLA. They're doing this thing on the 10th, and they asked me to be the keynote speaker. So they said, well, we can just make it as a signing as well.
Just make enough money to buy the baby a bed.
Right. Do you have a registry?
Uh-huh. Yeah, I got like 4 of them. It's an invitation.
Okay. So that's on February 10th. I'm going to put the address on my website. But the one for the 13th is a different organization, and that's on a Tuesday. That's the 13th, and it's going to be at 7 p.m. That's over there off of Pico. So yeah, so I'm going to put that up there. If you're ordering books through here, through the Cash App, make sure you inbox me your address. I need your shipping address. And let me know which books you're ordering. Is it all 3 books? Is it the first book? Is it the second book? Is it the first and second book? The second and third? You got to let me know so I know what I'm doing. Good night. Have an amazing weekend. DT bought a car today. I was with him today. I took him over there to pick up his car. So DT bought a car today. So from now on, I'm going to have his ass come pick me up. Let me sit in the passenger side and cross my ankles. Let me cross my ankles in the car. We were supposed to go to the wine tour tomorrow, but I don't think we're going to do that because Angela was saying that she thinks it's probably still kind of snowy up there and because it's like 2 hours north. So I don't think we're going to go this weekend. I think we're going to go next weekend. But we got to go before I go to L.A. because the vouchers expire while I'm in L.A. So have a great weekend. Be safe. Brush your teeth. Yes, Susan. Yes, Susan. Yes, I will have copies of the book at the signings in L.A. I'll have copies of all 3 books. So if you want to purchase them there, you can. Yes, yes, yes. Be safe. Brush your teeth. Say your prayers. If you're already in the bed, get up, get down on your knees and say your prayers. Now, if you have heavy ankles, or bad knees and you can't get down on your knees, God understands. Go ahead and say your prayers in the bed. But just make sure you say them. Be very specific in what you ask for. Okay. Okay, Susan. Be very specific in what you ask for. Be nice to somebody. Don't be so nasty all the time. Adrian, you said you loving the book. Adrian, did you post a picture of the book on your social media? Y'all, this is the other thing. They love sending me the picture of themselves with the book. Girl, I know y'all got the book. I sent it to you. I need you to post it on your social media so that your friends can know about the book. I know about the books. But I do like the pictures too. Brush your teeth, floss your teeth, hit that tongue real good. Because, you know, your oral health is very important to your overall health, right? Some of you may not know that, but it's the truth. If you got corn curls and shit in your bed, get up and shake those out. All them crumbs and shit. Okay, yes, Adrian, please. And tag me on your Facebook, please. Thank you. And in your Instagram, whatever else you got. Kimberly Sams. You're also Kimberly Pete, right? Kimberly Sams is the same as Kimberly Pete. I shipped out your Hey Girl Hey. I've been trying to contact her since last month. I've been emailing her, trying to figure out where to send her Hey Girl Hey shirt. And then she messaged yesterday talking about, my daughter's been worrying me about. I said, girl, I emailed you weeks ago. I said, girl, I've been trying to send you your damn. I said, we don't even have any more Hey Girl Hays. Smokers, you should still be off the cigarettes. Where my smokers at? My former smokers. Everybody still off the cigarettes? Did I tell you we went to a gun range last Saturday?
That's your first time?
Oh, it was my first time.
Did you like it?
I did. It was nerve-wracking at first, though.
Yeah, it is.
I don't like
so
being
loud.
there with all them people, though.
It's so loud.
I'd rather be in there with just me and maybe one
Yeah,
other person because there's
it's
too many
very
people to be
loud.
trying to watch with them guns.
Yeah.
Because one of them guns go off. Keisha Coates, where you trying to buy the book? You trying to do the Cash App? Keisha, inbox me, Keisha. Inbox me, Keisha. Inbox me your email address. And I'll send you the Cash App request. And thank you, Keisha. Susan, you supposed to be coming up off them cigarettes, but I think you... Shakika, she just came back.
Oh, there she is. She got the list.
Right,
Whatever this list is.
Shakika. Girl, where you at? She dipping it. She leaving out and shit. She did not have a scheduled break. She leaving out. Shakika. Keisha. I mean, Shakika. Where is Shakika? Hey, Lisa Renee. Lisa, I know you're trying to get that new debit card to order these books. Shakika. Where is Shakika? She in and out. She ain't even here. We had a list of people that said they were going to order the books on Friday. And, I mean, Shakika's supposed to have the list. Because now they ain't here ducking and dodging.
She's supposed to be the virtual assistant.
She's the virtual assistant. Yeah. But anyway, you guys have a great night, all right? Go back to the beginning of the video if you missed it. And don't forget to hit the share button, right? Bye.